Hey guys, welcome back. So I wanted to do a homeschool curriculum for first grade for y'all. So we've already started our first grade year. We're actually in week 9, about to start week 9. And I just wanted to do a little, they're kind of behind me all laid out here. I just wanted to show y'all what we use for first grade here. So here we go. Okay, so these are all the items here. I just laid it out on our floor here. So let me just kind of start here at the front. Let me kind of zoom in here. So these books right here, I'm sorry, my son is they're playing with like little Nerf guns here, so that's that noise in the background. Anyway, so these books we actually do read together. So this my mom actually got for my son, and he can read this. The letters are kind of smaller, but he's only first grade, and so he likes a lot of pictures, and so he will get kind of bored if there's not many pictures in it right now. So I am reading this out loud, and he listens. And so my mom picked these up, I think, from Sam's, and so we kind of change every different one. So I actually haven't started this one yet, but we have this one and the second one, which is, I think it's in the back here. This one, maybe it's not the second one, I don't know, the Grimm something. So that, and then this one also, we picked this one up from Costco, and I love this. I think I showed this in one of our grocery hauls because I picked it up at Costco. And the pictures are so beautiful. But it's the story of Peter Pan, and so I read this out loud. Again, he can read this. It's so hard to find books just for us to read out loud because he grabs them and he just starts reading it, and then within like a week he would be done with this, or a couple days he actually would be done with this and say, okay, what else? And so I'm like, well, you just kind of messed up my whole schedule. I had it all planned out of how long it would take. You would read a little bit, a couple chapters here and there, and so anyway, so I made sure I hid these away from him so he can't grab them, and so now I have that for us to read. This is actually, I picked up from Confessions, not this first part, but the Confessions of a Homeschooler, and yes, and this I picked up actually last year for his kindergarten. I think this was the kindergarten level, and not this section here, but right here, and it starts off, with the days, and I just put them in this pocket paper protector. I don't know the name of those, but he just goes over and traces it, and then tells the day, what is today, the day before, day after, and then he writes the number word. So if today's the 24th, then he would write 24. And then it goes to the days of the week, so we switch all that up, and then it has what time is it? So we do the time, the temperature, what will I wear today? So he may be a little more advanced than this because this was a kindergarten package, but I just kind of wanted to use it again this year because, the time and the temperature, we just go over that again, our address. This section here, I just left it in here. And so he already knows his numbers, but I just left it in here honestly for our youngest. That way we can do the letters and numbers with him. And so I just kind of keep it all together. And I also printed these out on worksheetfun.com. And one thing we really need to do this year is go over the days of the week and the months. So he knows them, but sometimes he kind of gets them confused. So we just continue to do these, and it's actually helped a lot. And so just printed that out. All right, so that's what we kind of start off with, the books, and then that. And then here's our curriculum that we have for first grade. So we have math. We do Singapore Math, the U.S. edition, and 1A. So we started 1A last year in kindergarten, but when we got to some of the problems, it wasn't clicking, so we kind of pushed it aside and did other like basic worksheets. And then we start this one this year, and he's picking up on it very well. So this has a textbook and then the workbook, and then he actually writes in this one and does it. So we have this 1A and 1B, the textbook and the workbook. So we'll do that probably next semester. And then over here we have spelling UC. I have the instructor's handbook, and then the part 1 and part 2. So we're doing that. Really am enjoying the spelling you see, and so I like. Little one is showing us Mickey right now. I really like that it has, that it has the, let me get to, like, every day of the week. So you have 2A, and then it goes through 2E. Oh, where we're at here. So you have, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or 5 days a week, however you break your days up. As you get to, here, this part, listen to the words your teacher says, and then you trace it, and then you actually write it. He's showing you. So I'll say, I don't know, rip, and he has to spell it himself from what he hears me. So we're really enjoying this. And then over here we have Explode the Code for our phonics. We started it last year in kindergarten. We did the level 1, and we really enjoyed it. So we have level 2. I also picked up Beyond the Code because this is my second year homeschooling and I wasn't sure what we needed. So I picked that up as well, so there'll just be more practice. And then we have level 3. We'll probably start maybe around Christmas because he's picking this up very well. And then I also have the teacher's guide for level 3 and 4. I also have level 4. I don't know if we'll finish that this year, but I have enough just in case. And then over here we have handwriting. This year we chose Zaner Bloser. I think that's how you pronounce it. And so far we've liked it. So we just do a couple pages each day, and it goes over, the proper way of writing numbers, and then the proper way, obviously of writing letters. But it has like the slants. I don't know, I can't find it. But it talks about, the letters that have the slants in them, and you practice everything to a T. So that's going very well. And then first language lessons for grammar here, level 1 for the well-trained mind, level 1. So we don't do this too much. I don't know if first grade is where you need to introduce grammar, but I just don't want to overload him. And so I do this 1 day a week. So like lesson 1, it just tells you the instructor says, the student says, and you just there's no actual book work here on this at the beginning parts. So like I said, I'm just doing this once a week, and we'll see how far we get, and then we'll do it, continue next year. So these books right here are actually part of our reading that we do at the beginning of the class. I don't know why I have them set up over here, but we enjoy these. The Children's Book of Virtues, Children's Book of America, and the Children's Book of Heroes. So we picked these up at half price books. Like this one was $4.99 and this one was $2. So, sorry, my nose is running, guys. Allergies. But we really enjoy these. Just little stories, like this one you have about courage. It breaks it up into, let me get to it, guys. I'm sorry. Well, here. So it breaks it up into like courage. These stories about courage. These are about responsibility, compassion, and honesty. So we read this story and then we just kind of talk about what we learned from it and what it means and things like that from this book. And then this one is about heroes. We talk about the people that we read about, and just it's kind of like an intro to what we're going to do about history and geography. And so we're starting off with beginning geography here in first grade. We really enjoy this book. We started off wanting to do just like 1 page a day, but he loves it so much. Sometimes he goes to 4 pages. Just he keeps going, so I have to tell him to stop, so that way we have enough for later. But along with that, we also do this Paddle to the Sea, and I just read, a chapter every few days, and we just kind of follow this little canoe. There he is, and to the different areas. So I do know they have different these 2 books. I haven't picked those up yet, but we do have Paddle to the Sea, and I got this one off Amazon. I think it was for like $5, I think, and free shipping. So not bad at all. For art, I picked up this Draw Right Now, and this is just the first one. Book 1. And it's about farm animals. So he is loving this because my husband loves to draw, and he's a really good artist. And so my son then now he wants to draw, but he always asks, you know, well, can you draw this for me, because I don't know how to draw it. And so this is perfect for him because now he can actually draw things. And so I have a little sketchbook that I have separate from this, and he draws in that. And then we read this, and then I actually tell him to pick a sentence and write it underneath his picture that he draws on his sketchbook. So that way we're practicing reading, practicing writing, and actual drawing. So we haven't done these two yet, but I picked these up as well. I got these off at Amazon, guys. So this, he loves sea animals, and he always wants, can you draw a shark? Can you draw this? So now he can draw the different types of these fish that he actually learns about. And then this one is animals. So this one's just like, I'm trying to hold it open. Porcupine, an owl. And so you can actually draw him here. I don't know if I'm going to let him draw in here or use another sketchbook, so that way we can kind of keep this and he can go, you know, draw it over and over again. So may do that. And then we're doing Spanish this year. So it's just the intro to Spanish. I got this at Half Price Books here at $3.99. And it's just, I guess that was our bookmark. Tells you everything English and Spanish, and then gives you the picture of it. So instead of just me telling him, this is how you say candy, then he can actually see it and have that picture memory for it. So we're just kind of going through this, and then next year we'll probably actually get a actual curriculum. But this is just the intro, so we want to do that. Let's see what else. So over here is the last of it. So I'm doing unit studies for our science. So these are just actual books that we picked up for this section of our unit study. We just finished hurricanes, so we had a bunch of library books, and we just turned those in. And we picked up these tsunami books because this is what our next section for science is, tsunamis. And then we have this one actually talked about hurricanes, but I rechecked it out because after tsunamis we're going to do tornadoes. So have it marked here for, like, that part was about hurricanes, and then we have here about tornadoes. So and that's what I have this little book for. So, like, for example, this unit study, I'm going to actually do a video on all my unit studies, but this is a extra one that we did, or that we had for hurricanes. We got to map our own hurricanes. So that's an extra one that we made. And so we have worksheets and stuff in here. So like I said, I'll do an actual video on my units. Okay, so also with our unit studies, we also include the Magic School Bus science little curriculum we have. So I printed it out from ourcozyden.com, and it has the whole thing that you just print out. So it's really neat because it tells you everything. So here I have it written down, like I have a DVD and it has some of them, and then we also have Netflix, and so we watch them on Netflix. You know, it talks about Arnold's mouth and then what you need for each group. So obviously I just have one group because of my kids. So small mirrors, paper plates, and it tells you your items. You talk about it, and then you have give children the copies of Food Crushers page. So the second section I have is the actual page. So here's Food Crushers, so I can make a copy of it for my kids so I can keep it, and we do that. So, and we have the videos on Netflix or DVD, so I kind of throw that in there as well. And the next thing is history, and so we have I'm doing unit studies for history as well. Right now we're doing Japan, and so these are just from the library. Okay, so that was my curriculum for first grade, and like I said, I will do a video separately on my unit studies as I do them. We're just going to do world history. It's just a quick intro to world history, and I'm doing that because I know this may sound weird, but we are going to Disney World right before Thanksgiving. And so I don't know if I'm a weird mom, but when we go to Epcot, I am going to make that kind of like a learning experience. I know it's more geared towards adults, that place, than that park versus the other parks. And so just to kind of make it fun, I've looked at all of the countries that are there, and we're covering those just a quick intro, like a week and a half of each country, and doing that before we go. So it's kind of like a world history and geography mixed together. I'm just doing it a little bit different this year. So we're using the this world study for until we go to Disney, which is a little bit before Thanksgiving. And then after that, we're going to be doing some pilgrims right before, to learn, so for Thanksgiving. And then after, after the holidays and everything, the beginning of next year, we will start the American history. So that's what my focus is, starting January to the end of the year when we stop. That's just kind of what I'm doing. And that's what I love about homeschool, is that I can kind of gear it how we want to do it. We're really enjoying this year so far, and I hope you really enjoyed this video of all of our first grade curriculum. If you have any questions or anything, please leave it in the comment below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and look out for those unit study videos that I'm going to send out. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.
Wait. Bye.
Bye.